Hey guys, if this video helped you out, feel free to leave a like and a comment, and if you really liked it, feel free to subscribe. It's free and it really helps me out. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Stein and we're back with another tutorial video. This time I wanted to talk about the bees that were recently added into Minecraft not too long ago. The reason being is I saw PewDiePie's last Minecraft episode and he decided to get a bee pet along with a couple other things, and he didn't really understand the mechanics of it, and I don't think a lot of people did. So I'm going to try my best to go through and introduce the different mechanics for bees and what they can and cannot be used for, and hopefully this helps you out. So here we go. So to start things off, this is the bee in Minecraft. If you'll notice, this is the adult form. It does have a baby form, and you breed it by giving it flowers along with another bee. You'll also notice on the back of it, it has a little stinger if it stops spinning around. What happens is if you attack a bee or a beehive or a bee nest or anything like that, bees will come out and attack you, and they'll try and sting you. And when they do, they lose their stinger, much like in real life. Bees only do one full heart of damage to you, but it does poison you for 10 seconds. And in certain situations that can be really bad, because when a bee attacks you, all the surrounding bees in the hive and also any bees that are in other hives close by will attack you and aggro you and try to kill you. As you can see, that bee was trying to pollinate, and what bees do is they go towards a flower that they choose, and that ends up being their favorite flower. And they'll go back and forth between the flower and the hive collecting pollen, and you'll see they'll have a little texture on them that shows they have pollen with them. And they'll bring it back to the hive to make honey. Now you'll notice on this block here, if I just take a copy of it, you'll notice this is an empty one that has no honey, and this one does, and you can see the honey dripping out of it. Each hive, when it spawns in, will spawn in under an oak tree or a birch tree. I think there's a 2% chance of it happening as long as it's near a flower. And each hive will have 3 bees associated with it. Now, after they collect their pollen and come back, you can see that they've, made their honey, and you might want to collect that honey. So, what you need to do is you have a couple options. You can either run up and use a glass bottle and run away and get a honey bottle such as this, or you can do the safer method by making a campfire. Now, campfires are pretty easy to make. You get some oak logs, put them along the bottom. You get charcoal or coal, doesn't matter. And then you put sticks in a pattern kind of like this. So it's sort of like you're building a campfire, right? You got your logs, you got your tinder, and then you got your fuel to get it going. And you can make a campfire. And what you do with the campfire is you place it underneath like this, and the smoke actually calms the bees. In real life, beekeepers use smoke to calm bees so they don't get stung as much, but in real life, nothing's perfect, but in Minecraft it is. So now you'll see I can go up with this bottle and just take the honey from it. Doesn't hurt the bees or anything, and they won't attack you as long as the smoke is there. If the smoke is not there, they will all swarm you and kill you. Another use for the beehive is for getting honeycomb, which is these blocks right here. What you can do is you can use shears, which are created by using 2 pieces of iron, and you can go up and shear these as long as it's full of honey, and what it'll do is it'll give you a honeycomb. And the honeycomb can be used to make a beehive instead of a bee nest, and you can make as many of these as you want. So if you don't have any near you, any of these bee nests near you, you can make your own beehives and have your own little honey farm at your base. And to make these, what you do is you collect 3 honeycombs, put them in a row like this. Sorry, I only have 1 on me. And then you take your oak planks, or any planks, it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be oak, and you lay it out in a pattern sort of like this. Just pretend that these are honeycombs for now. And you'll end up with one of these beehives, which do essentially the same thing. Another use, which I didn't go into after I collected the honey, is you can eat honey and it will refill a bit of your hunger. But also, if you take honey and you put it in a pattern like this, you'll end up with a honey block, which has some pretty interesting properties. For example, much like beds and hay bales, if you fall onto a honey block, you take 80% less fall damage. Oh, that was a fail. Jesus Christ. There we go. And it makes a little, honey sound. Another cool property of honey blocks is that when you jump next to them, you slightly stick to them. So you'll notice it slows my descent as I come down here, as opposed to over here if I jump and come straight up and down. Right here, I stick to the side and slide down. And this has tons of applications for parkour and things like that nature. So you can fall from a high height and land on it and take less fall damage. You can have walls where it's like you jump off a wall like this and you kind of slide down it and maybe jump off the side. Tons and tons of applications for that. The only block that was in this update that didn't really have a use was the honeycomb block, and you make it by using the honeycombs. And for now, it's just, you know, aesthetic. It looks pretty cool. I like the look of it, and I might use it for a build someday, but for now, that's all it does. It doesn't have any purpose, it doesn't have any special properties, it's just kind of there. Now, one other thing to note too is that beehives do give off a redstone signal. So depending on how much honey is stored in them, it'll actually give off a slight redstone signal. And this can be used for, you know, tons of applications. I'm not too proficient with redstone, so I'm not sure what you could build with this, but I'm sure you could use it as some kind of timer or some kind of limiter in a redstone circuit that'll control something else, or there might even be a way to automatically harvest honey. Frankly, I'm not sure. I haven't really messed around with it too much yet, but I'm hoping with later updates they do add other things and give these blocks a lot more uses and make them more prevalent in the Minecraft meta. And that's everything for now. That's basically the basics on bees and beehives and how they work. This video helped you out, feel free to leave a like and a comment, and if it really helped you out, feel free to subscribe. I do plan on doing more videos like this, and also continuing with my survival series, as well as starting to play some other games, because I don't want this channel to only be Minecraft. So yeah, if this helped you out, feel free to leave a like and a comment, and have a good one.